So this is a thoracic mobilization drill if you're having restrictions in rotating from one side to the other. Now, if we've identified an obvious restriction from rotating to the right to the left, it may be that the vertebra or some of the vertebra segments aren't moving freely. Now, you'll be able to find these by just rolling very, very carefully and picking your hips up off the floor and finding that restriction where there's a trigger point where it feels like there's a bit of tightness or an adhesion. Now what you want to do here is very, very carefully place a little bit of weight on it, and then we want to mobilize by rolling ourselves back and forward, making sure we keep our hips off the floor, tucking them underneath so there is no type of anterior tilt, and then we're going to very, very carefully rotate around the restriction or where it feels like there's a knot. What you want to do is keep control with your hips, so you are bracing, so you're holding onto your midsection using the core muscles, and then you're rotating from side to side. So a rotation there slightly, and then rotating the opposite way, which may be a little bit freer. At these times as well, feel free to move if needs be, if you find that the restriction changes in the muscles, so you can play around with the movement very, very carefully. Now it's important during this one that you maintain control at all times, and if the pain is very, very high, it's not something I want you to pursue. This is only to ease out the muscles, any type of adhesions, through encouraging it to change length. One thing they'd say is very important as well is to constantly keep yourself supported, so hands behind your head so your chin's tucked, so you don't accidentally injure the neck going backwards without control. So it's a very, very controlled movement, just easing through any points that feel restricted, rotating in the process as well, whilst keeping the hips engaged at all times.